So you've been hearing about how great Bloodborne is and finally decided to pick up a copy. Unfortunately, not having as much fun. You're either A, getting killed by everything, B, getting lost, or C, all the above. So I'm going to make this beginner's guide kind of thing. It's going to be a basic walkthrough of how to get through the levels, some basic tips, and some easy tricks you can use to kill off the bosses easier and hopefully make the game a bit more enjoyable for everybody. And unlike some of the other guides, I'm not going to be going too into depth about some of the secrets, hidden items and all that stuff. This is going to be a walkthrough of just how to get yourself through the game as easy as possible, and then once you've got the hang of things a bit more, you can go and explore yourselves. So anyway, let's get started. So we start off here in Yosefka's clinic, and you don't start with any weapons or anything like that, so the first thing you want to do is run off down here. The game is made so this first enemy you encounter basically kills you and takes you back to the first area where you can pick up your weapon. However, you can do something to save a bit of time here, which is run straight past this first enemy, and you don't necessarily have to die to make it back to the first area. So what you want to do is you want to quickly sneak around here, and hopefully he won't catch you. This might be a bit tricky if you've never played the game before. And quickly run through here. You will be able to find some blood vials here, which are potions in this game, for those of you who don't know. And open this door, and quickly run through here. The enemy will still be chasing you until you make it to the ladder sometimes, so you want to be extra careful and quickly get through here. Luckily, they won't actually be able to hit you while opening gates and doors like this when the cutscene's going on. So luckily, it's stopped chasing me by here, but sometimes he will still be following you. And you want to quickly run up here. Be careful, as you still do not have any weapons, so you want to be able to dodge anything here. You want to pull this lever and it will bring the ladder down, but you've got to wait a while till it comes down so you can pick these blood vials up. He may hit you here as he did to me. So once you're all the way on this ladder, you're on a good way to the first bonfire, and then there's the bonfires that are called lanterns. I may accidentally call them bonfires every now and then. So here, once you're at the lantern, this is equivalent to dying. Once you go back here, you can find your way back to the main nexus, the hub area, where you can pick up your weapons without having to die. The reason this is better than dying is simply because if you die, then you have to go back to the start where you started on the bed again. And this way you can teleport straight back to the lantern without having to go back to the start. So it's equivalent, the same thing. It's just a way to save some time, really. So as you can see, this is like the hub place, the nexus where you come back to level up, buy items and that sort of stuff. There's not really much you can do here for now, except just pick up your basic weapons. It's a quite nice looking place. It's like some sort of abandoned cemetery or cathedral or something. So this is the door, what's going to be able to level you up afterwards. However, you don't have any insight yet, so you will not be able to actually do anything here yet, except, like I said, pick up your basic weapons. So you have three choices: the meat cleaver, the axe, or the cane. The cane can transform into a whip. I like the meat cleaver. I would recommend going for it if you've never played the game before. It seems to be the easiest and most effective at the beginning of the game, and even quite a bit later in the game it's quite good. And then you can pick up your sidearm, which is either a shotgun or pistol. Quite honestly, this doesn't make too much difference, especially if you're a beginner at the game. The tombstones in this is what takes us back to one level or the other, so you want to click on the tombstone and teleport straight back to the lantern where we took off. So first of all, the first thing we want to do is equip our weapons we've just picked up before we go too far in and forget. So we want to equip this, and in the other hand we want the shotgun. So then we want to carry on down here to the right of the lantern, cross over this bridge, and instead of turning right, which is the standard path, what we can do is, after quickly killing off this enemy, we want to turn off left, and we can drop off here and take quite a shortcut down. It's not missing anything important, we're just quickly shortcutting down here instead of having to go all the way around and killing a few more enemies. And we have another item back down here, which is some molotovs. So this is down here, it's going to be where you're probably first going to experience death, as there's quite a few enemies on this pathway down here. So anyway, after we've killed off these few, we're on down here. Be extra careful to the right of this caravan, as there will be an enemy sitting down, which don't seem to be violent. However, if you walk past them, we will sneak up behind you. And here, as you can see, there are a lot of enemies. So I'm quickly going to fast forward and take all of these out, and we'll be back in a second. Okay, so now we've got rid of those. That took quite a while. I didn't want to waste too much time there. So at the end of here, we will have another item behind this closed door. It sounds like something smashing on it, but do not worry, here's trapped the other side of the door. So anyway, now we'll come up here. The standard way to go again here would be to turn right and go all the way around. However, there's a nice shortcut here which we can do. Instead of going all the way around there to the right, we want to quickly drop off here to the left, smash through these coffins, and we'll come down here to the dog area, as I call it. And be careful, one of these dogs can actually jump out of the cage. You want to quickly kill them off before they actually make it out of the cage. And there will be another one following you up here, so you want to be extra careful. You should be able to hear him. He will chase you. And anyway, once you've taken him out, you want to quickly come through this way. And this will be the way back to the shortcut. So anyway, like I was saying, this is the way back to the lantern, and it will be the shortcut for the way to the first boss. So you want to come up here, and you will quickly open this door, and this will be the Darkroom. So be careful with the one enemy in here, then you want to quickly carry on up here. There'll be one more enemy on this platform before making it back to the lantern. And quickly take him out. Pick up this another item here. These will be used to upgrade your weapons a bit later on in the game, so I definitely recommend picking that up. And here, as you can see, you open this gate, which will lead you straight back to the lantern. So this will be a nice shortcut for when we die. We want to be able to take off from the lantern and go back straight to the boss without going all the way around and killing all those enemies we have to do on the bottom pathway. So anyway, now we've done that, we want to quickly carry on down here, and I'm actually going to show you the way to the first boss. So you want to go back into this dark room. To the right, there will be a guy sitting in a wheelchair. So basically, every time you kill this guy, he'll give you bullets. There's a nice way to farm the bullets, which are used for parrying enemies. Also, in the top floor here, there will have a few enemies hidden up here in the dark. So you want to be careful of those if it's the first time in this room. And you'll be able to pick up another item in here. So once you've taken them out, you don't even need to take these out. You could just run straight out to the left. I was just making sure you knew about them so they didn't get you off guard. At the top of the staircase we have one more enemy, and they're, instead of turning right, which are those dogs which you want to be really careful of as they're extremely powerful at the start of the game, you want to turn left, and you'll basically be at the first boss now, across this bridge. Quickly run past these are quite annoying with the birds below them and the big guy with the brick. So once you go through this archway, you'll be safe from those enemies, and you'll finally be at the first boss. This is an optional boss, however, but it is known as the first standard boss of the game, so I definitely recommend checking him out, as it's quite a basic boss to kill, and it's a nice way to get the feeling of the boss battles in this game. Unfortunately, if it is your first time playing the Souls series game, it's probably going to end quite badly, as you can see. However, no need to worry, Ashley will have died now and you will have an insight. The doll will be here which you can level it up. That is not what we're going to come back here for. What we've came here for is the beacon and bell, and this will allow us to summon help like co-op partners into our world to help us with the level, with the bosses and all that. And don't worry if you've got no friends, or have really bad internet so can't summon anybody, or just don't really want to trust anyone else in case they're just as terrible as you are at the game. So there's a solution for this as well. If we go down here from the lantern to the left, after taking out this person, if we use the beacon and bell right here where you can see this sign messenger thing on the floor, it will actually summon an NPC, and so this is not a real player, but however you can summon him as if it was a co-op partner. And this NPC we're summoning is actually going to be the second boss battle. So you want to do this before you've killed the second boss, as you can technically do the second boss. Like I said, the first one is optional, so if you do the second boss first and have already killed him, I believe you'll not be able to summon him here, so you want to make sure you're doing this before you've actually killed this NPC. So anyway, once you've summoned him, you want to quickly make your way back to the boss battle the exactly the same way you did before. And this will make the boss battle a lot easier for multiple reasons. The main one being he won't focus you as much, so you have time to heal while he focuses the NPC. And also obviously the benefit of doing multiple damage by you and him. So this will make the battle a lot easier, and it might take a while, as you will be dealing out not too much damage at the beginning of the game, but it should make it quite easy and you shouldn't have too much trouble with this method. So anyway, now we've got that over and done with. Congratulations, you've now killed your first Bloodborne boss, and if you've never played the Souls series, this is actually quite an accomplishment, so well done. Anyways, after that, the first thing we want to be doing is heading straight back to the Nexus to be able to level up our character. So you want to touch the lantern here, and we had to teleport it back anytime. And we want to speak to the doll, and here we'll be able to spend our blood echoes, which is our number count at the top right corner, on leveling up our character. We have multiple stats we can choose between. However, at the start of the game, I recommend choosing between strength and vitality, especially if we went with the meat cleaver or the axe. If you went with the cane, instead of leveling up strength, you want to level up skill. So anyway, now come back into Central Yharnam. I'm going to be showing you the way to the second boss, which is going to be the father, which actually helped us out on the first boss. You want to come up the stairs in the Darkroom, same as before. The only difference is when we get to the top of these stairs here, you want to turn right instead of left. Be extra careful with these dog things, as if they do manage to hit you, that will deal an incredible amount of damage at the beginning of the game. So you want to come down here to the right. And once you get to this platform here, don't hesitate, turn straight to the left, break through these. Here you'll find another one of these things to level up your weapons, which is quite useful. Definitely recommend picking that up, and drop down here carefully, platform by platform, into the sewers. You don't want to drop straight down, missing the platforms, if not you will most probably die at this point in the game. Luckily these aren't like the sewers in Dark Souls 1, for those who've played, it's not nowhere near as complex. So we're going to dodge through these, drop off here onto this platform if you like to pick up this item. Nothing too interesting, and once you get to the end here, it looks like a dead end. What you want to do is you want to stick to the right and drop off here, and you land on this ledge here, and then just keep on dropping off bit by bit. Don't hang around here for too long, as these things will come to life. And anyway, next thing you want to do is climb up this ladder here to the right. Anyway, this ladder to the right here is extremely important if you want to make the second boss battle a lot easier. This is completely optional, however, but like I said, this will make the second boss battle a lot easier. So anyway, once we've gone up this unnecessarily long ladder, so after you go across this bridge here to the left, you've been encountered with a big enemy and a ladder on the right. You want to make your way up that ladder, however, be extra careful, don't go straight for the ladder, if not this guy will hit you and most probably kill you halfway up. So you either want to kill him or try and lure him out a bit, make him attack you, and then sneak around him and quickly climb up the ladder before it's too late. Like you can see there. You don't even want to go straight through this gate. This gate will just be a shortcut back to a previous area. What you want to do is you want to talk to the girl in this window and just agree to help her find her mother. And if you do, she'll give you this music box. And you can quickly pull this lever here if you want to make the shortcut back. However, we're not even going to go through that doorway. We're going to continue climbing back down into the sewers. And anyway, let me quickly explain to you what the music box will do. In the second boss battle, if we use the music box, it will stun the boss for like, I don't know, about 5-6 seconds maybe, and give us a clear opening to hit him as much as we like. I think you'll be able to do this 3 times before he transforms, and then once more once he transforms into beast mode. If you don't know what I mean by that, you just wait until the boss battle and you'll soon find out what I mean. And anyway, once we're back down here in the sewers, we're going to go straight ahead here. We have 2 options to get to the boss battle. We can either carry on down on the bottom platform and go through that tunnel way there past the big pig, and then climb up the ladder and we'll also make it to the boss battle. However, if we go up this ladder, I'm going to be showing you a shortcut back to the bonfire, so in case you die, which is most probably the case, you can quickly take a shortcut to go straight back to the second boss battle without too much hassle. So all it is, at the top of this ladder, instead of going across the bridge, you want to turn left here and go into this room, and there should be an elevator. So what you want to do is quickly activate the elevator, go upwards, and as you can see out here to the area, if we quickly turn left, we'll be back at this pathway just before the Darkroom. In case you don't recognize it, I'm going to quickly run back just for further so you can notice. As you can see there, straight up there's the Darkroom. So anyway, so now you know that, I'm just going to quickly fast forward until we're going back down the lift. This is the one we just came up. I'm just going to be going back down it to head straight back to the bridge area we watched just now. And on this bridge you encounter quite a few enemies. The easiest and simplest way of doing this is quickly just luring them out until they're chasing you, and that big fireball will come down behind them. And this will kill off most of them. You just want to make sure it doesn't hit you as well. It's really easy to dodge, so it shouldn't be too much problem. If you want to run straight past these enemies, you can. They're not even that hard to dodge. It's just the easiest way is wait until this fireball comes down. As you can see, it will run them all over. If you do like, you can turn around and check if any of them drop some potions, which is normally the case. If you're in need of blood vials, those big brick guys normally drop 2 blood vials as well if you need to, and they're quite easy to parry to kill off. And up here we'll finally be at the second boss battle. This boss goes basically through 3 phases. The first one's really easy. The second one's quite easy to dodge. However, if it does hit you, it's when his axe is like dual-handed, and it deals an incredible amount of damage. If he hits you twice, you're most probably going to die. And then the third phase is when it gets really difficult. It's when he transforms into beast mode, when you get down to a bit less than half health. The reason this is so bad is because his attacks are just so fast. Once he hits you once, you're normally screwed, and you don't really have too much time to heal. However, the music box is what's really going to save us in this boss battle if you're struggling. As you can see here, what the music box exactly does is you'll be stunned like this for a while, so you can quickly go in and get quite a few hits in. Like I said, you can use the music box 3 times before he transforms, and then once after he transforms, I believe. So use it as much as you can and get those hits in. You want to watch out for his gun. If you're too far back, never get too overconfident and try and heal unless you know you're in a safe place, simply because he can shoot you from quite a distance, and that will interrupt your heal, and then he'll normally charge you straight afterwards to attack, so you want to be careful with that. But anyway, like I said, with the music box, this shouldn't be too difficult. So now I've got that over with. Congratulations, you've now killed 2 bosses in the Bloodborne world. This one has been completely by yourself with no co-op partner either, so well done on that. And quickly up before we finish off this walkthrough of the first level, we want to quickly come up these stairs, and before advancing through the gate, which is the way you have to go, is you want to quickly drop off here to the left, and you'll find this item here. This you can go back and take it to the girl, which is the momentum of her mother, which is supposed to have killed by her father, I suppose. So anyway guys, if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.